Imagine this. You're a giant in a room that's suddenly shrinking. This company looks solid, but we found a hole in their pocket the size of a crater. Welcome to the 2026 AgTech Great Reset. I'm your host from HDIN Research, and today, we're peeling back the green and red paint of the world's biggest tractor makers to see who's actually making money and who's just burning through their family grain reserve. 2025 was the year the music stopped. We saw a $100 billion contraction. To put that in perspective, that's enough to buy every person in New York a Tesla and still have change for lunch. The market hit what we call the trough of disillusionment. The iron business is bleeding, but the intelligence business is just getting started. If you aren't selling SaaS, software as a service, you're basically selling a paperweight with wheels. Look at this chart. It's not a slide. It's a crime scene. John Deere's revenue dropped 22%. That's not a dip. That's a freefall. AGCO, down 18%. Even the steady Germans at CLAAS felt the chill. When the big guys lose this much lunch money, you know the farm economy isn't just sneezing. It's got a full-blown fever. Why is this happening? It's the deadly scissors gap. On one side, farm income dropped 25%. On the other, interest rates for that shiny new harvester are sitting at 9%. It's like trying to buy a mansion on a minimum wage salary while your credit card interest just doubled. The pockets of the American farmer aren't just empty, they're inside out. But here's the twist. Not everyone is drowning. Deere is doubling down on chips. CLAAS is holding on to its premium shield. They sell the Ferraris of the field, and Ferrari buyers don't care about interest rates as much. Meanwhile, Toro is moving their inventory boxes faster than a Black Friday sale. Here's the wow factor. Deere's sales crashed, but their profit margins stayed at nearly 20%. How? They stopped acting like a tractor company and started acting like Apple. They cut their staff, slashed production, and told the world, we don't sell iron, we sell subscriptions. It's the premium paradox. Sell less, but charge way more for the brain inside the machine. This is where it gets sci-fi. See and Spray Tech can reduce chemicals by 60%. That's like being able to pick out a single bad grape in a whole vineyard from a mile away. We're moving to 24/7 autonomous tillage. No driver, no coffee breaks, no health insurance. Just pure, unblinking efficiency. AGCO is playing the open source game. They're trimming the fat, cutting production by 12%, and betting $2 billion on a JV with Trimble. Their strategy? Don't just sell new tractors, sell the brain transplant for the 100 million old tractors already out there. It's a bold move to keep their grain reserves safe. Meet the Fendt Fortress. These things cost 30% more than the average tractor. Why? Because a Fendt owner is the guy who buys the top shelf whiskey, even in a recession. AGCO is using this brand as their armor against the global slowdown. Why did CLAAS only lose 1.6% while everyone else was hemorrhaging? 2 words. European subsidies. The EU allowance for farmers keeps the market stable. Plus, their Lexion combines are the gold standard. When you're the best at what you do, the market winter doesn't feel quite as cold. Where did the money go? It leaked out. Dealers are paying massive storage fees to keep unsold tractors on the lot. That's $450 million gone. They're giving huge discounts just to move last year's models, another $320 million. It's like owning a grocery store where the milk is about to expire. You'll take any price just to get it out the door. Toro is the canary in the coal mine. They fixed their inventory mess a year before the big ag guys. Their professional golf and grounds business is actually growing. If you want to know when the sun is coming back out, watch Toro. They're already putting their winter coats away. Now for the cold shower, geopolitics. These smart tractors need chips from NVIDIA and AMD. If things get spicy in the Taiwan Strait, these factories stop. OEMs are frantically moving their toy box from China to India and Vietnam to avoid the next big trade war. This is the leaderboard. Deere is the high-tech king. Fendt and CLAAS are the premium aristocrats. AGCO is the agile underdog, trying to change the rules of the game with retrofits. Everyone else? They're stuck in the commodity trap, and that's a very dangerous place to be in 2026. We've reached the tipping point. By 2026, the software in your tractor will be worth more than the engine. We're talking about a $15 billion market for autonomous code. This isn't farming anymore, it's a data center on wheels. Here's the play-by-play. 2026 is for cleaning up the mess. 2027 is when the robots take over for real. By 2030, the fully autonomous farm isn't a dream. It's a commercial reality. If you aren't on this map, you're history. Let's look at the checkbook. Deere has the most debt, but they have the biggest ATM cash flow. Toro has the cleanest closet, lowest inventory. AGCO is playing it safe with low debt. In a high-rate world, the cleanest closet usually wins. North America is a mess, too many old tractors sitting on lots. Europe is the safe haven thanks to policy floors. It's a tale of two continents. One is struggling with a hangover. The other is being propped up by vitamin subsidies. Here's the scary part. There's a mountain of used equipment out there. Farmers owe more on their loans than the tractors are actually worth. It's a hole in the pocket that could swallow the 2026 new sales market whole. This is the 1980s all over again, but with more touchscreens. The verdict? We're betting on Toro. They're the first to recover. We're neutral on Deere. Great tech, but too much baggage. And if you're a brand with no tech story, you're the sacrifice in this price war. The world of ag is changing. Don't get left in the dust. If you want the full dataset to protect your grain reserves, reach out to us at HDIN Research. Like, subscribe, and let us know. Would you trust a robot to harvest your dinner?